Welcome back. Time now for Media Watch France. And for that, I'm joined by James Creedon.
Good evening, Tom.
Now, we're going to start with a rumour that started in the Daily Mail. It said the French bank Société Générale is on the brink of collapse, and that rumour had its source in a fictional series in the French newspaper Le Monde. Tell us more.
It's so bizarre. It really is. Now, this all started about 2 days ago when the Daily Mail came out with the story that Société Générale, the French bank, was on the brink of collapse. And the details in the story led the Reuters news agency and other agencies to believe that the source they had for this particular suspicion was this. Now, it's a summer series in the French newspaper Le Monde. You can see up here, L'été 2011. It's sort of, they have a 3-page series of kind of summer stories, one of which is this fictional political fiction series which ran for about 3-4 weeks. And so basically it's based in 2012, and it's called Terminus pour l'euro, or End of the Line for the Euro. So it's an imagining the collapse of the Eurozone, and it sort of blurs the line between fact and fiction, and is based on, I suppose, a worst case scenario for the Eurozone. In any case, details in the Daily Mail story led, as I said, the Reuters news agency to believe that they picked it from this. For example, they spoke about David Cameron taking a break in his holidays to meet Nicolas Sarkozy, other elements like that. In any case, very embarrassing for the Daily Mail, who have apologised. Now, Le Monde is responding to this, and they're also a little bit embarrassed by all of this. They don't want their paper to be associated with what was a 20% drop in the stock markets yesterday and the day before yesterday for Société Générale. So they are speaking today. They said that they've spoken to Lisa Buckingham. She is the business editor at the Mail on Sunday edition of the Daily Mail, who says she never heard of this summer series in Le Monde. She's utterly distancing herself. And Le Monde also, so they point out that, they spoke to the Daily Mail who don't know anything about this. Le Monde also points out that Société Générale featured very rarely in this summer series. So they're sort of throwing cold water on this whole idea that perhaps this series in their newspaper could have been the source material for the Daily Mail's rumour, which caused Société Générale to plummet 20% in the markets. It's a really weird story.
Of art imitating life, or life imitating art.
It's just really weird, really, really weird. And actually, just very briefly, in Atlantico, which is a right-leaning website here in France, they are now looking at the whole issue of rumours and how rumours can sort of cause such chaos on the markets. Now, they spoke to, this is very French, a rumour specialist. They seem to have specialists for everything. Jean-Noël Capferrer. Now, he said stock markets always function on the basis of rumours or speculation. So actually, what we're thinking of as being the exception is actually the rule. Rumours and sort of speculation is what drive the markets in any case. So this was just a very public example of that.
All right, well, staying with finance, but on a slightly lighter note, it turns out that our new finance minister here in France has something of a penchant for rap.
That's right. Now, ne'er has there been a less likely rapping candidate. But in any case, François Baron, this video surfaced of him. Now, it's from 2009. It was on a radio show on Europe 1. And we'll have a listen in. Just have a listen.
La définition du rap, la mutation s'amorce, la nature que tu obtures, le côté obscur de la force. Viens vers moi, passe le pont de part en part, rejoindre ma demeure.
Right, so I'm not sure we need to hear any more of that. That's basically François Baron rapping back in 2009. And he's been so much in the news of late, protecting France's AAA rating, etc., that this has been pulled out. I don't know if it's to sort of poke fun at him or what, but I was thinking there's a lot of social realism in rap, and maybe he could come out with a new number now, something like, I don't know, Stay Away from Our AAA or something lame like that. Maybe not. In any case, that's François Baron rapping.
That's something we hadn't expected to see there ever.
Exactly.
Now, a hackers convention is taking place in Germany. What can you tell us about that?
Right. Now, this is one of the more obscure stories on a French website, ONI, today. It's a digital news website. It's called Chaos Communications Camp. Now, basically, it's organised by the Chaos Computer Club, which all sounds very geeky. This is 3,500 hackers from across Europe and indeed the world who are gathered at a former military base in eastern Germany. And here you can see pictures, actually, of French hackers and Italian hackers having a catapult fight, which is all very nerdy indeed. In any case, the whole idea of this convention is to show that hacking can be a noble activity. It's about maintaining the freedom of the internet from restrictions from corporate interference. They had a big conference in 2007 during which they developed kind of hacking laboratories so that software free of cost could be developed. For example, alternatives to, I suppose, Microsoft Windows and stuff like that. So they're trying to show that hacking isn't just about bringing down websites, it's also about keeping the internet as a free space, free public space.
Well, those pictures of that camp are giving me some ideas for my summer holiday.
Right.
Now we're going to end with another anti-establishment crusade. This is a against advertising.
People are going to think I'm a communist today or something with all these lefty topics. This was on the France 2 news at lunchtime today. This is a guy called Pierre Kung. Now, he's an organic farmer from the south of France. Now, he paid €3,000 to buy up 20 advertising spots across the city of Agen to advertise against advertising. So you can see here I think that advertising says, advertising manipulates you, and you can see it all over the city. And in any case, it cost him €3,000, but I suppose he got some free advertising from France 2 News picking up on it and beaming this publicity campaign across the country, and Media Watch here, beaming it out internationally for all 5 of our viewers. I'm not allowed to say that, but anyway, so there you go. That's one ad campaign that got a lot of attention today in France.
All right. Well, that's a fantastic, an original collection of stories there. Thank you very much indeed,
Thanks,
James Creedon. Up next, web news, and we'll be taking a look at what's making waves in the world of cyberspace. That's still to come.